Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Jenofeve Designs. So I have been struggling over what I want to do for this cover, and at the very beginning of this project I think I showed you guys an idea that I was having with one of the pages that I kind of wanted to incorporate onto this cover, and I liked being able to see the gold foiling accent that we put all the way around. And yeah, and that was as far as I've gotten. Oh, and no, there was one other thing. I had made the booklet that I wanted to try to figure out a way to incorporate this. So I think I have finally nailed down what it is that I'm gonna want to do with this cover. Okay, I think. But it's a multi-step process, and I'm going to show you my inspiration, because at the very beginning of this project I also showed you my inspiration for, why is it so dark right here? What's going on over here? Huh. I mean, there's a shadow, but okay, anyway. So this journal here, this one is a custom journal that I don't know if she made it custom or not. She made it for me. But Tanya Samuels made this for me, and this is the inspiration for the album that we're currently working on. And this is why I chose this paper collection, because it had fabric and it had certain elements that just kind of lend itself to this style. See the fabric spine, right? So I did a fabric spine, you know, similar, not the same, but similar. So here is her cover. She has it wrapped. This is not attached, and I'm thinking, I don't know for sure, and I was wrong. She does not have a video showing a flip through this album or this journal. It's not attached. It's just, I think she may have dyed this herself, and I don't know what kind of fabric it is. It's not, I don't think it might be silk, but I don't think it's like sari silk, which you would typically see like this, right? I do have some, I am going to be using some on the cover. I'm going to be using this color on the cover eventually, but we're not at that point yet. So again, this is going to take, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get in one video, so we'll have to see where I break it up at, but I finally figured out how I want to do this. So her front cover, it has layers, and each one of her layers is attached with fabric, which we can do that. We absolutely certainly can do that. But that was one of the tricky parts, because I already know what layers I'm going to do. Sorry, I've got something in my eye. So the solution finally came to me, and so finally I'm turning on the camera, because otherwise I would have had to get everything ready to go before we could even begin. But anyway, so she has several flips here, and there's even a pocket. I think this is just, oh no, that flips out. So she's got a pocket on the main base of her cover, I think, yeah, the main base of her cover. She's got a little flip out that goes this way. It's like a little, looks like an envelope or something she made into an envelope. And then she's got something paper clipped onto it. Then over here is a pocket. Right, again, this is all, it's tight. It's all attached inside, underneath here by fabric, which I thought I was going to do. And then up front, there's a couple pockets, and it's jam-packed full of good stuff. And then here is a vintage envelope that's attached also via fabric. I think it's attached, I don't know exactly where it's attached. Somewhere in there, all of it's attached. But I wanted to do this multiple flip thing with all these pockets. I don't think I've got one going this way, but anyway, so this is the inspiration, okay? So let me tie this up and move this. So what I think I want to do is this piece here. I've got it right here. Ooh, I forgot I printed that out already. I'm glad I spotted that. I'm gonna need that. This piece right here, I think. This was it on this? No. Was it on this side? I forget how it goes. I don't think it goes like that. Did it go on this side? No? Maybe it was like this. Still no. Maybe it was like this. Fine. I could just look, you guys. I could just look. That would be easier, most likely. Okay, so what I did, I didn't measure. I didn't take the mat for this cover. I didn't. Oh, by the way, I guess I should have started there. The paper collection that we are using, this is the Miel. Let's see, where's the last video that we did? Was it this one? This was the last video that we did, and there is an entire playlist for this project, and it goes step by step, and I have it linked up here and down in the description box. But this is where we got so far. But remember in the last video, I was like, I really need to get those covers done because I want to be able to use more ephemera. So, which is why I'm focusing on this front cover. Okay. So, what I did was, I just cut this paper in half because these are like journaling cards. That's what they appear to me to be like. So I just cut this in half. And then I took this bottom card off, and so I left this one as a whole. And then I cut my edges real wonky, and I did some messing up and some folding and all of that. I inked it up. That was my first step. And so my idea, I thought, was, well, I will put it on the cover like this, and we'll build from there. Well, then I thought, well, now I want to do it. I want this to be a pocket here. Okay, so we are going to make this a pocket. So I'm going to actually lift this up on some foam around the edges so that we can have room for our pocket. And then I got to looking at it because I wanted to add one more pocket to this page. So I took and cut a wiggly slit, just using my knife, my craft knife, a wiggly slit between these two journaling cards. And this is where my pocket's going to be. So I'm going to have a 4x6 double-sided photo mat. This is from the Photo Mat Essentials. I'm going to have a 3x4 double-sided photo mat from the Essentials Photo Mats 2. And then I have a double-sided 3x4 photo mat that are going to go in that pocket like that. And this one was just extra from where I made that one. So then and I did all this not even thinking that I wasn't recording. I was just thinking through thought process. So I did all of that, and I'm like, well, now what? I'm gonna have a pocket back here. So I covered the back side with coffee stained paper. So what I did was from the slit up, I adhered this paper down and then adhered it down around the edges and left that middle part, open so that I could have a pocket here and a pocket back here, and nothing gets in the way of anything. Okay, so that is where I am at with that. So I'm going to take and put some foam adhesive. I've got the 1/4 inch still, and I am going to run it along the bottom. I'm trying not to let it, I don't want it to get too close to the edge. I don't want you to see it too much. Finish that down. Then I'm going to go along the sides. I think that foam adhesive is from scrapbook.com. Use whatever double-sided foam adhesive you have. So then that's going to go there. Well, you see that it's a little short. But you can also see how you can see the gold around, right? But you can also see that it's a little short. So we're going to cut us some strips. Let me move my book. This is the Simply Magical portrait. This is what we're working on right now. But I want to grab some scraps that I cut off from the paper collection. I just need a couple skinny strips. And for one of them, I think I want to make it speckled egg. And I might just take my my ink pad straight to it. I know that seems excessive, but oh, I've been getting a lot of questions about my table. This is just the flooring. It's nothing super fancy, just flooring that you can buy like at the Home Depot. All right, I'm gonna dry this. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I'm gonna trim out. I could use fabric here instead, but I'm gonna use these Tim Holtz Thinlits, and I'm gonna use, what is this one called? I'm pretty sure crochet trim or something. It doesn't say right here. Why can't we put names of things on the fronts of things? Anyway. I'm going to use the two smallest ones, which are, this one is called crochet, which are these two. So I'm going to cut this one, I think, out of the speckled egg paper, and then I'm going to cut this one out of the white. I don't think I need my cardboard shims. I think. Not 100%. So this paper's not completely dry yet, but that's okay, right? So I'm just going to run it through. Hopefully. I'm just going to do one at a time. You could probably do two if you wanted to, but oh, there's no way. There's no way that's cutting. Okay. I'm going to need my shim. I don't think that's even cutting. It might be. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna get my thicker shim. I somehow just do not have the correct sandwich or something. I don't know. Oh, that's not gonna work either. What is going on? Honestly. Probably screwed something up. It's probably what happened. Because I didn't have the right combination one time, I probably just messed something up. There, I can feel that. Okay. Oh, I better let this, since this paper's a little dry still, I mean a little wet, I better let this, well, let's see if I can get it out of here without ripping it. Yeah. Yeah, so I can poke some of those out. That looks good. Now let me do the white one. I know you're supposed to flip it upside down and all that, but I'm having a hard enough time just getting it, getting the sandwich together. Okay, yep, see that one come off really easily. And these are meant to, if you want to, you can run it through once again. You can make a really long strip. Sorry if I was out of camera. You can make a really long strip, so you have to cut them away. So let me move this. So I'm just going to snip. Snip, snip. I think that's the way I wanted to do it. So we got that one. I'm going to snip, snip this one. And if you don't want to use a die, you guys, just use some real trim. Just use some lace trim. I'll get all those out later. But I am going to have to poke these out. I don't think this side cut as well. Nope. But that's okay. We're just going to go with it. It's just going to have to be okay, you know? That one, my special tool to get all those pieces out, or you can just push them out with a pokey. Yeah, that's not wanting to come out either. It's probably because of the wrong sandwich. I can hear all of you now. I can. You're doing it wrong. I get it. I'm sorry. And if I had more time today, I could have maybe done 2 or 3 and layered them up and made it thicker. But I don't have that kind of time today. Most of my day has been planning and figuring out and prepping. Okay, I'm just going to leave that one the way it is. Leave that out so I don't forget to clean that. And I might... So here's my thought. I was going to have this here, and then I was going to have these down here. I think I might have to trim them a little bit, but you know, I was going to have them like layered on top of each other. Right? I don't know how well you can see that, but this was kind of the thought. So you can see a couple layers down here. Let me scooch in, maybe you'll see it better. Oh. You see that? Have a couple layers down here at the bottom. Right? Don't you think that'll be sweet? Okay. Okay, so I think the first, I'm not even going to bother trimming it. I can always just come back and fold it or tear it or roll it or whatever. I'm not even going to bother with trimming these. But I do need to glue them down. But I'm trying to decide, does this one need to be stark white or do I need to add a little something to it? I can always come back and add a little something to it. Okay, so I'm just going to have this hanging down below here just because I think that's cool. It's almost, I've almost bent it a little bit. So it's going to look like real fabric. So I'm going to take some art glitter glue. You're not going to see this part, so I'm just going to run my glue. You're not going to see that at all. At least I don't think. And I'm going to let this hang down. I need to, yeah. You see how it's, I don't know if you can really see how wonky it looks. Let me scoot you in a little bit. It almost looks like it's real fabric, real lace trim, because it's kind of, you know, still wet and wonky. And same with this, you're not going to see this top part, so let's just run all the way down. And I think they're going to have to be pretty close to each other layering wise so that you can see. Look up in the monitor. Is it straight? It looks straight. And then this will be over top of it like this. Yeah? That looks so cute. Okay. Alright, I'm going to back you up. The other way, Chomper. Okay. So I like it. I like it. Now I'm going to take the backing off of the double-sided adhesive. And we're going to place this down. And then we'll make the little insert that's going to go on the top, or one insert, or you could put whatever you want in here. But I've got one planned. And I was thinking about gluing this down too, but I think I'm going to wait, because this way I can still get it up with adhesive, like undo. I can still get it up with that if I need to. So I can always come back and ink the foam if I need to. Right, that's looking good so far. I like it. Okay. Alright, let me get... Now, I feel like this is going to get bent a little bit, but that's okay. Alright, let me get the stuff for the insert that's going to go back here. Now, I haven't done really any embellishing or planned any embellishing yet because of the way we're going to attach the next couple layers on here. I haven't really gotten that far because I want to do something here. Anyway, so we'll get back to that. How about that? We'll get back to more embellishing, but look, I kind of feel like it's okay. We'll just maybe hit that with a little bit of this, a little bit. Okay. All right, let me get the stuff for the insert, and I'll be right back. Okay, out of the enhancement pack, I am going to make, whoops, I'm going to make E6, page E6, I'm going to make that embellishment. Let me show you this is from the prototype. So I'm going to make something kind of like this to go back behind that pocket. So page E6, here's what I've done. I printed, those are my pages. Okay, so we got this, and then we've got this, some extra stuff, and then we've got this, like this. Okay. So I printed off the floral background design, page E6 in the floral background design. I cut this part away. We're not going to be using this in this video, so I cut this away, and then I cut these two pieces out. So for this piece here, I scored it, but then I flipped it over and put the tape on the white side. This is on white cardstock. So I scored it and put the tape on the white side, and then inked it up. And I also inked this side up as well. Okay, and then I took a piece of, where's it at? This. Where we had embossed this earlier on in the series with that floral, can you see it? I don't know how well. There we go. You see that floral, ditzy floral. I just took a piece, I took the mat and I traced it out on there, and then I put the speckled egg coloring on there so that it would have a little bit of color. But that's it. That's the only thing decoration wise I've got prepared. So I'm going to put this up, and those are my extras, but I'm still going to need them. All right. So I could go ahead and attach this down. It almost looks like I didn't. It's okay. It looks like I kind of cut it a little short, but that's okay. So for the pages, I wanted to show you, I've got this old vintage ledger. Oh. I've got this old vintage ledger that I purchased. I think it was on eBay, right? And, oh, that's terrible. This is dead. It's some sort of ledger from like where you had to pay dues and stuff. Anyway, people were dropped, people died. It was mostly men. Well, it's all men. But anyway, I liked the paper, right? And it's the perfect width to get 2 pages for this. And then I've also got some old book page, but I wanted you to see what I want to do. So I took it and I didn't even use the mat. I just folded it in half. So that's going to be our bottom page. And then this is just some old lined, whoops, some old lined paper. There we go. Can you see that? Where I just tore it down. And then I put a photo mat here. And then you could do your little bit of whatever this photo is about. You can do that right there. It'll be flipped up. If you want to put another photo mat on the back side, that would be cute too. And then this is another part of the ledger that I was going to put on top. But again, I put another photo mat there. So you could put a photo mat on that side and then a photo mat on this side. This one's not terribly old, 1946, but even still, right? So I've got all these leftover pieces from me tearing all that down. So there's a couple ledger pieces, and then I tore too many of the notebook paper down, but that's okay. So that was what I was going to do for pages for this little notebook. You could just do straight photos if you want to. You could put, I'm not going to mat this, I'm just going to leave it. You could put photo mats there. You can mat it with this first piece if you want to, whatever you want to do. But before we do that, I do want to add this. So I cut this in the straight across so that it wouldn't overlap, just to cut down on bulk. Probably didn't need to do that for this particular spot, but anyway, so I'm just going to take the top tab tape backing off, and I'm just going to attach that down. I didn't even check to make sure I scored correctly. 9 times out of 10 do not. Right, that's not too bad. Maybe a little. I might be a little off, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about that. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take and I'm going to layer these on here, and I'm just going to use tape. I'm just going to use some double-sided tape runner tape, and I'm going to attach the first one down just to the top there, and you can do as many layers as you want. As many layers as you would like to have in your little booklet. Oh, is that one crooked? It is. So I'm just doing 3 for time's sake. I feel like I put it right back on there crooked. Just because I like doing things in 3s. Oh, you know what I should have done? Actually, I should have done that a little bit different. So I'm gonna pull this back up. Well, no, that's okay. This is not gonna over. Yeah, well, okay. I'm gonna pull these back up. I'm gonna take, since I'm glad I just used that tape. Don't do what I did. And I'm gonna attach these side pieces down. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Sometimes I just am not thinking. And today is one of those days. Okay, well, at least now I've got a nice, neat little pile. Okay, I'm gonna take these backing pieces off. I forgot that we were doing this a little different, honestly, sometimes. Okay, now I'm actually going to use wet glue to slide that up in there. You could have stapled it, like before you put the mat on. You could have stapled the pages to that. But we're just going to do it this way. There we go. Right? So then you can do as many photo mats as you want. You could also do these same photo mats, you guys, in these booklets that we made in the last video. You see that, right? You can put a photo on every single page. It does not have to be like a little journal. This is big enough to where you can put photos. You can just put plain paper and photo mats. It does not have to be like a little journal. Just FYI. I've gotten several comments about more room for photos, and everything I show you guys, I make everything for photos. Everything. Every template I produce, I make it with photos in mind. But I'm just showing you other ways that you can use the same exact concept. Like this could just be this could just be a little notebook where you've got a little flip pad where you can write a bunch of stuff, or you can have it to where you can tear things out, or you can have pictures on it. So either way. But I've gotten several comments about that, and I just wanted to clarify that not everything is what it is. You know what I mean? You can use it so many different ways. Okay. So then this is going to go here. I need my Fabri-Tac back out. It's going to go here. And since this is, you know, so bumpy, I wanted to use my Fabri-Tac. It's not flat, is what I mean. Bumpy, textured. And then you could still, too, if you wanted to, you could still add even more up in here. There's a lot of room. Okay, but I'm going to do a hole reinforcement. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do on the back side yet. So I wanted to have the floral background so that we could use some of our embellishments and things, where we can make little like collaged elements or little tuck spots or anything, or something like that. So I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do there, but I do want a hole reinforcement. I'm just going to use one of these. I think, yeah. And I'm going to use the art glitter glue. And it should be pretty easy to find the center. It should be that point, that area anyway. So I'm going to poke through here, but I'm not going to put a hole reinforcement on the... Ooh, maybe I won't poke through here. Ooh, that took a little bit of strength. Good grief. I'm not going to put a hole reinforcement on the back side yet because I'm not sure what I want to do here, but I am going to go ahead and put the string on there just so that we got the feel that we're wanting. You can always just untie it or cut it off and start. I'll do another one. These are a little long. Right, so now we have a little space here. You could do several of these because it looks like there's a ton of room in there because we use that foam tape, right? And so you can see I did like a little dent there knowing that I was going to have that little pool there. Isn't that cute? It's so sweet. So sweet. Okay, you guys, I think we're just going to do the first layer in this video. And there's at least two more layers that are going to go on top of here. So in the next, so this is just covers part one. I haven't thought at all about the back side, so for now, it's still just going to stay blank. And I also haven't thought at all about what we're going to do on the inside cover. So this is just the outside front cover. This is just part one. So I think that there's going to be a couple more layers on here, and I think that you guys are really going to enjoy it. So make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and that your bell notification's on so that you will be alerted when I upload a video. And be sure to give me a thumbs up if you're liking where this is going, if you're liking the idea of this multi-layered cover inspired by Tanya. I'll have her channel linked down below. Make sure you let me know what you think. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you guys next time.